I'm Ryan Betson.
I'm just
I'm Dylan Bowden.
and this is fucking stupid.
It's really hot, actually.
Fuck. No one can know that I'm bold on camera.
So this is our review discussion for Assassin's Creed, hence the hoods, I guess. Dylan, give us the rundown of the plot.
So Assassin's Creed is based on the Ubisoft video game series, also titled Assassin's Creed. And it follows the story of a man who is captured by this dodgy corporation and put into this machine called the Animus, where he can relive the life or the memories of his ancestors, in this instance 1492 Spain, and they're trying to find these people to find the Apple of Eden, which essentially, they say, will unlock the ability to stop violence in people, when actually it's stopping people's free will.
It's got an impressive set of peoples in this movie. Fassbender.
Academy Award nominee.
Do the proper billing.
Academy Award nominee Fass. Academy Award nominee
Winner Marion Cotillard.
Yep. As Talia al Ghul. We've got
Not
Academy Award nominee Alfred.
Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons.
Brendan Gleeson was in there briefly.
Yeah.
Who? Yeah. The fat guy that was his dad.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Oh, no, okay, cool.
Yeah, okay.
All right,
From
so
Mad Eye Moody.
let's get into it nice and quick. So before we get into it, we're going to have a section that is non-spoiler for those of you that are yet to see. Just want to get a little bit of opinion on it, and then we'll go into a big spoiler-filled discussion.
Great.
So
Let's begin.
first things first. Good points, Dylan.
Well, it stayed true to the games in the sense that it was based on the same premise, where exactly what we've said. The imagery was very iconic to the game, them standing Christ-like, jumping off of high towers, standing on top of buildings, doing some parkour. I liked the... What's it called?
The Animus.
Animus. Like, I thought it looked stupid initially that he would sit in this thing while he... Because in the game he essentially just lies down and sleeps. Which
It's like a tanning bed.
Yeah, but no, it kind of worked well. Like sometimes when he's doing roundhouse kicks, and I'm like, if it's around his waist and he did a roundhouse kick, how does he turn around? But
I don't worry about that.
But yeah, it was cool. He's climbing around, fighting. That was cool. Some of the I like the cross between the old Spanish architecture with the futuristic architecture of their base. There were some cool visual cues. I like those things. Fassbender was adequate. He's given it his all, but. You know, you can only work with what you got.
Josh?
I thoroughly did not enjoy this movie.
In that case, I'll jump in. So I'm pretty much in the same thoughts as Dylan. Visually, those set pieces in Spain were really quite strong. In the same vein as the games, the best part about the Assassin's Creed games is when you're in that time period doing the cool time period things. The shitty part of the game is when you're not doing that, when you're in the real world, the current time.
Yep.
This movie is literally that. So I had a pretty good time when they were in Spain. The action moments were pretty intense. And, not edge your seat intense, but they were okay.
Adequate.
I enjoyed them.
adequate.
I can see what they're trying to do. It's cool. It's fun. There's flipping. There's stabbing. And there's jumping. The Animus was alright. The action set moments were pretty alright.
Unfortunately, like you said, the best parts of the game are when you're back in time doing whatever you're meant to be doing. But the movie was maybe 25% in that time period and 75% in present time.
Now, the one thing I will mention, it's not really a spoiler, but it's sort of a minor storytelling explanation. So, in the games, you have freedom to run around and do whatever it is you need when you're in the Animus doing the memory. In this, it's essentially Fassbender, was it Cal?
Cal.
Yeah. Took me half an hour to realise his name was Cal because I never said it. He's reliving the memory rather than actively controlling it.
Or so we think. It'll come up later in the spoiler part
All right.
discussion.
Bad things. Without spoilers, of course.
Everything else.
Yeah, pretty much everything else. 2 hours in, you're like, oh, is her name Sophie? The main supporting character didn't know her name for 2 fucking hours.
Yeah, I was what's her name? It's Sophia. I'm oh, okay, cool.
But then he called her Sophie and not Sophia. At least 3 times during the movie I said to Ryan, what's happening?
Yeah.
It was just
What?
not
Oh,
well
spoilers,
written.
can't discuss
I
that.
don't think.
I found it incoherent in the scene, like I was saying before, like when they had that horse chase and there were two cars.
Careful of spoilers.
This
There was
is
a
the
horse
this is the
chase.
opening scene. It's
Still
fine.
a spoiler.
Well, there were parts in the movie where there were chase scenes. There was a couple of chase scenes.
Yeah.
Who knows where or what happened in them? I'm not saying.
Or if any kind of falling animal.
But
went
yeah,
off.
like because they're like clearly stuntmen, thanks to the hoods and everything.
Yeah.
I couldn't follow who was who. Like, is this
Yeah.
a bad guy? Is this a good guy? Didn't they just fall off the cart? They're back on the cart. What's going on?
Oh wait, there's two carts.
Yeah.
Oh.
Spoilers.
It just seemed really messy from start to finish. Just
The story is certainly not its strong point either.
I think that's the appeal of people going to see it, though. Like,
Yeah,
that's
like
what they want to
if
see.
you want sort of like an action-y movie that's sort of held together by like random garbage, then yeah, this movie's that. Like I said, what I took out of the movie was its action scenes. The action scenes weren't amazing, but they're entertaining enough. But the problem is, from a critical standpoint, it's trash. Like everything else is not that good.
I found the action scenes to be just nothing we haven't seen before,
Yeah.
done either the same or better. It was just to me, it was really uninspired, and
There were a
it
couple
looked
of
cool, but it
flips.
was there was just your standard flips and spins and stuff, but nothing that made me go like, holy shit. You know how like when you're watching, I know we're going a bit out of the ballpark here, but like you're watching like Civil War or something, and the superhero does something cool, and it's like, holy shit, like you get a smile and you're
Or,
like, yeah.
By a perfect example of a good fight scene, like the from episode 2 of Daredevil down the hallway. That is an incredible fight scene.
Yeah. Which is just punches and kicks, but the way it's shot brings it out. And
The choreography in itself.
Which
Which is something we
seems
should mention as
sensible.
well. Like, the choreography, and like, at no point did it actually look like a real fight.
no.
It looked left, right, jump, back, spin.
Yeah, or like, someone ducking out of the way before they even start the swing. Because
Yeah.
they know the swing's coming, so they start to duck out of the way.
There were a couple like cool GoPro moments, like on the crossbow, and like I think when he was flying through the thing, it had like off his like blade cam. But like I was saying before, again, like they've got these, I don't know what they're called, sheaths that come out, the assassin's blades, and like literally, it's cool when he goes shing. But then there'd be a 1 minute fight sequence, and he'd shing shing like 5 times.
Yeah.
Like keep
Which
it out,
is-
dude.
Yeah, no, but when he's got a punch and stuff.
But in the
Slice.
game, that's what happens. You only whip it out when you stab a guy. Like,
Well,
you shake him in the neck.
You don't want to draw
and-
attention to yourself, though.
Yeah.
Like, Assassiny, they threw smoke bombs and stuff, but it wasn't too stealthy. They didn't really care.
Yeah,
And there was an eagle.
there
ninjas.
was a lot of shots of eagles.
Oh, it pissed me off.
Oh, spoilers.
Before we get into
Don't talk about the eagle,
so
that's a big point.
there are a series of characters that this is not really spoilers, but
You keep saying that, but I think they kind of are.
there's a series of characters that you are led to believe to them to be the antagonists. Like they're not on the same page as Fassbender. And at some point, with zero explanation, it flips.
At that pivotal moment.
At that pivotal moment when he needs more help, they suddenly are there for
Inexplicably.
his help.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest problem is like there wasn't. It's one thing I said to you guys when after the movie we were discussing. Like, I give the movie credit in some places because in a movie like this, you would expect just tons of exposition. Always, every conversation would be exposition. Impressively, not a lot of it was exposition. As in, like,
Probably
Probably
opening
could've-
crawl is the
apart from like the opening
But
paragraph.
it probably could have used some to stop
100%.
to stop us, who were pretty well versed in movies, going, "What the fuck
Like
is
there
going
were
on?"
points when he's like, "Where am I?" And she's like, "Here." What's this? Here. But then outside, like there are moments where it should have been like, "What the hell is happening here?" And no one says a thing.
Yeah. Oh, because there's a scene in the movie where, like, we're like, "What's happening?" And like, we don't know. And then a character in the movie goes, "I don't know what's happening." Well, how the fuck are we meant to know what's happening? Jesus Christ. That about sums it up.
Well, cool. Well, we obviously want to get into some spoiler discussions. So let's do our final scores quickly, and then we'll jump into the spoilers.
Quick talk.
1.5.
2
out of 5.
out of 5. Yeah.
Yeah, and 2 out of 5 as well. It was certainly below average, without a doubt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Easy. Okay, spoilers. Now let's just go free reign. Have fun.
That eagle, man. It's like
Is it in the game?
there is like 10 minutes.
Does it
left.
represent something?
It does. So when you want to scout an area,
Yeah.
you will climb a bell tower, and at the top of it, they call like a crow's nest.
Yeah.
And when you're up there, you it activates like a big, and then you see.
Okay.
Then you unlock a part
So
of
you
the
get like
map.
an eagle eye view.
Yeah.
But that makes no sense to when the eagle was in the movie.
No.
And it honestly looked like the 8 times the eagle showed up, it was the same stock footage of the eagle in the same fucking area, flying over the same people.
There's a lot of eagle.
It was never, like, no one even mentioned the eagle. It was meant to symbolise something, surely, but I don't know what it was meant to be.
To fly. And like, what's an example? What was the whole point of him of doing that bike stunt at the start of the movie? With that zero explanation.
Because it shows that he's got the pizzazz to do
he
parkour.
can make big jumps. But then he
But
was
he
like
didn't
parkouring
make
a little
it.
bit when he left.
Yeah.
Roll.
I guarantee you, if anyone did that bike jump and landed the way he did, he wouldn't be riding that bike.
Oh, you would have broken a rib. He
the
railed that
bike
thing.
should have snapped in half.
Yeah.
Essentially, he is a boy, and his father kills his mother with one of these Assassin's Creed things, and then he escapes and goes to prison for killing a pimp, and then dies.
There's zero explanation.
And then gets taken by
the
his people.
30-year gap between him being a kid and him being an adult in jail is just, I killed a pimp somewhere in there.
And, I draw
And now I've been
pictures
sentenced
with my fingers.
To sentence to death
yeah.
for capital murder.
Yeah, it was in Texas. So
But why did his dad kill his mom?
Because the Templars were on their way, and it was rather
mercy
than
kill.
yeah.
Other than the Templars, like
Because
fucking
she
it up.
had the DNA of that, and he didn't want the Templars to take.
No,
her.
no.
Doesn't that make sense though? They didn't want to put her in the thingy.
Because she it would destroy the chain of ancestry.
Yeah, and he should have killed the kid as well, and then they would do it.
Okay, so that would make more sense. So clearly that
I figured it out.
the ancestry is on the mother's line.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's weird that we learnt that
No, the ancestry is
After
on...
discussing
an
it.
hour after the movie
Yeah.
finished.
Well, the ancestry is on both lines, though, because Dad was an assassin, too.
Yeah, but I mean, but that particular
Those
person
yeah, okay.
must
How
be on
branches,
the yeah.
Maybe.
We've had to staple it together ourselves at this point.
I think it's one of the best movies about the pursuit of fruit that I've seen. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see too
They
many movies
really
about
wanted that
looking for
apple.
apples. Yeah.
But like that is a plot hole in itself, which is something we had talked about in the car home as well. So the whole idea of this apple, right?
It's a sphere.
It's a sphere, and allegedly inside it is the genetic code for free will.
It's the
So-
apple from the Garden of Eden.
Yeah, the Garden of Eden. So it's what makes Adam misbehave in the Garden of Eden. It's the one.
He tried to bite a metal apple and it made him
Yeah,
angry.
it broke his teeth. And then he
I think it's more just the symbology rather than the literal
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
apple.
Yeah, we get that.
But the whole idea is, with the genetic code in there, they can remove free will. They can make a completely obedient society. Because
how?
under the context that everyone, like, because of free will, people become violent and lash against authority.
Yeah.
What were they going to do with it in
I get that,
1492 though?
But
How do you get a genetic
Like,
code out of it?
But it was never explained how it fucking works. Because at the end, Jeremy Irons is holding it and there's this green aura coming out. I thought, okay, so anyone within that aura loses their free will. No, because then he gets his throat slit. So then,
Oh,
like,
but
do
it was
they...
from behind though.
But the aura was all around him.
Yeah.
But then, so, like, it was never explained how that thing
Look,
works.
like every good action movie, there's a random glowing thing, and that glowing thing has
All
power.
power.
It was
Yeah.
the same one from Guardians of the Galaxy.
It was actually what was in the briefcase in Pulp Fiction.
Probably.
But like, so the whole idea would be, yeah, if they can eliminate free will, they will be able to control society. And like, it doesn't mention where they're trying to remove free will entirely, which sort of ruins the point. Because what if they want more Templars in? Like, shouldn't they have to have the free will to join the Templars?
No, but
Yeah,
then
but
they
like-
say you're joining the Templars and go, okay.
What do you do with it though?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but it wasn't explained how it's supposed to work at all.
But like this was hoping to be the movie that kind of gives legitimacy to video game movies.
And which makes 100% sense, because when you look at it, and everything that's trying to be, like, money got put into this. Like, this was... people were banking on this to be that movie.
About 125 mil, I think, I read.
Yeah, and it's made 30, so it's
39.
39, which it's just opened in Australia, so that's 39 is mostly domestic. Look, it is likely that it will get bigger, like the amount of money it makes in might be bigger and better, but it's gonna come down to another flop, I think.
It was just poor writing from start to finish. The scenes felt choppy. Half the time, none of us had any idea what was actually going on.
You checked your phone 5 times.
In the first 8 minutes, I checked my phone.
Out of boredom, I ate most of my popcorn.
You did really freaking loudly too, man. Holy shit!
But
I went to have a toilet break, and I thought I'd duck out for a smoke too. I didn't, but I thought it crossed my mind. I was like, And then I came and sat down after like a 6-minute toilet break. I'm like, what'd I miss? Nothing.
And like, oh, that's his dad. His dad's an assassin as well. He's been given the knife that he killed his wife with for some reason.
Yeah.
And yeah, look, it's weird because it didn't. I guess because I went in with limited to no expectation or stakes. Unlike Suicide Squad, where I literally came out fucking furious. Like I came out of this just going.
It was too obviously set up. Like there's the second time they're in the past and they escape their chains and they're like running for their lives. They're going over like these ledges and stuff, and at one point they go to the outside of like a 4th-story building and this small fucking ledge to like creep along it, and someone runs at them with the sword.
There's a guard just happens to be on that shelf.
Why were you there?
And then at some point a horse gets on a roof without clear explanation.
Yeah.
But even like, but back to the apple, right? So the whole idea of this apple is that if they can get this code, the assassins are dead because the assassins are based on the idea of free will.
Yeah.
So when he confronts his dad, and his dad's like, you can't give them the apple because if they have the apple, they can destroy everything. They can destroy everything. And then Fass is like, fuck you, I'm going to get that apple and I am going to destroy it. He's like, you can't destroy it. It's in our blood. It's like, what? Like, that is literally, like, when they read that, they weren't aware how fucking dumb and contradictory that is?
Yeah, no. Well, speaking of contradicting...
And essentially, it's the same thing, like, it's the midichlorian thing in Star Wars. It negates everything that came before it.
But speaking of contradictory, like, right towards the end of it, before Fass kills Jeremy Irons' character, whose name I don't know. Cause
apparently he has a name, we never mentioned
Jeremy
it.
Irons' character's daughter is the one who made the Animus and all that kind of stuff. And he's going to kill him, and he bumps into her, and she's like, she pretty much gives him the, okay, go. Like,
Yeah, she's
like, I could scream right now.
She's like, look,
won't.
I could scream, I'm not going to because I kind of think you're doing the right
think,
thing. But, you know, she's aware that she fucked up.
Yeah, she knows she's fucked up, and she knows her dad's about to be killed by Cal.
Because she knows by allowing the Templars to get the apple, it's going to cause this ripple effect and everything's going to fucking crumble and it's going to be the end of the world.
Yeah.
Then,
so she gives him the nod, so he's like, alright, sweet. Then he somehow gets behind her dad in like 3 seconds from outside the hall.
Yeah, there's a lot of teleportation in this movie.
And slits his throat, and then everyone runs away because they're all scared because people dying.
You know what's really fascinating? Fascinating, right? They're like on the stand. Fascinating. On the podium, Jeremy Irons is like, we destroyed the assassin. Everyone's like, woo! Go us. We're tough. Fuck, there's an assassin. Leg it. And they just bail. Like, at no point...
Fighters.
But even like it's always that same thing when you see those people that are really tough and they're like, hey man, they fucking fight you, and then the police come up and they fucking leg it. Like, you're so tough that you feel the need to leg it.
Anyway, back to my point.
That's what they were. Pussies.
So he kills Jeremy Iron, takes the ball and nicks off, and then she comes back to her dad's dead body and is like, now she's the ultimate evil.
She's like, I'm gonna get that back. I'm the evil. This evil died.
Yeah.
It went to me somehow. Because of my genetic memory,
so
I'm the
she
evil
realised
one.
all her mistakes towards the end kind of redeemed herself. She's like, yeah, go. This is all wrong. I understand that. And then she's like, ha ha ha!
I knew we couldn't have trusted them. It was Dark Knight Rises. She ruined everything.
Oh, man.
It kind of got to when they got to the part where they broke out of the facility and they all teamed up, and then they left on the helicopter. I'm kind of like, this feels like the end. I'd be satisfied with this being the end. It doesn't make sense in the story, but I feel like there's more to this, and I don't want to watch the rest.
Once when the friends, the enemies become friends, like, we're gonna fight together now. Like, okay, that's when the movie.
Dylan's point.
The movie lost me in a heartbeat.
The enemies that are now Cal's friend, the other guys in the facility.
So we should mention in the Animus room as well. There are, for some fucking reason, there are glass cabinets to add to the immersive experience when they're doing VR.
No, because they've got to give it to them to kind of bring them back to their old...
Yeah, because it's like the move controls. When you're in VR, you need the move controls to get that total experience.
Kind of, sure.
Yeah, so like, conveniently they're like, oh man, that's the weapon I used in my past life, which I'm apparently channeling right now.
Yeah.
And then the claws.
Yeah, so they're making their stand and all the guards bust in the door and they're like, ah! And Dylan pointed out one dude, one of the friends now, gets shot by an arrow.
Has a bow and arrow.
Yeah, he gets shot by an arrow, but the only dude in the arrow is Fass.
Yeah,
who's we're now friends with.
At no point did they establish that anybody else had any other arrow-based technology.
Any ranged tech.
Yeah, so like everyone, they essentially bum rush the door with batons, and then there's arrows flying, there's stabbings, and then poor dude gets wrecked in the shoulder.
Yeah.
Man, this is a guy who was a dick to Fass earlier,
Yeah.
so it's quite like he was like, fucking big shit.
Yeah. Oh, there's
Yeah.
not
Yeah, because there was even a cut where like Fass looks over at him on the ground and just like are they trying to get an emotional response out of him?
But
Like,
on that,
should we
why-
care that it's like, should we care that he's down?
Did they?
Yeah.
But
the
no,
assassins kill him to stop. Like they tried to kill him to stop him from getting the apple.
They thought,
for
yeah.
giving them the apple.
But
Yeah,
they're all assassins.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I suppose. Why do the guards in this facility only have batons?
And crossbows.
And
we later.
random-
Hand-to-hand
random
combat is
crossbows.
the assassin specialty. You just be
Yeah,
like,
but-
guns,
If
Yeah.
they just had guns,
snipers.
If the people in your facility, you know, they have a genetic a predisposition
to aggressiveness.
to aggressiveness, to being in to being close combat with fucking swords and stabby things, wouldn't you want to stay at a distance and just shoot them in the face?
But it's
Wouldn't that be
not-
the best way to go about
It's
it?
not like security is secondary, like just red shirt characters to die, because the head of security seems to have a prominent part in the story, so he's like on the
Does
ball. Well, he was like
He's-
in it a lot.
Hey,
like-
there's a lot of pointless close-ups of
yeah, a
him.
lot of menacing from him.
Well, speaking of pointless, there's probably 10 minutes worth of footage where it's just people silently looking at something.
Yeah.
It, like, too long, like, uncomfortably long. Yeah, like, towards the end, when the animus breaks, and Jeremy Irons is, like, looking down, and then Sophie is looking at Cal, and he's looking at Cal, and it just keeps cutting between those three for a good minute and a half.
And there's the other part, like before, like when after Fass is advised that he can only go in the Animus on his own free will.
Otherwise, he has to go have buns.
Otherwise he gets like he gets into this weird zombie coma spa. So he rips his shirt
With
off.
eagles on the roof, did
Yeah,
you notice that?
yeah.
Oh,
So he rips his shirt off. He walks into the room, and she's like, "You want to do this?" He's like, "Yeah, let's fucking do this." And then he
Gives himself an epidural.
Yeah, they're like, well, yeah, one to give an epidural like he's about to have a fucking baby. So like mind you, it seems like a really bad idea just to randomly jab something in your neck to begin with. He's like, yeah, let's do this.
yeah, like you missed. Try again.
Oh, I'm paralysed.
Yeah, imagine that. Like in the Animus or something, he's like, oh. His memories aren't doing so well.
But it feels a lot like the Prince of Persia Sands of Time. Like you had Jake Gyllenhaal, he was fit for the movie, committed to it. Had like Ben Kingsley, respectable actors. It essentially was the plot, but it was
Yeah,
good
it
budget.
is. Without a doubt, it is Prince of Persia all over again.
Yeah.
Like they tried to make it legitimate and they just picked the wrong property.
I didn't mind that movie very much. I liked it more than I liked this.
Was it
Because Jake
about
Gyllenhaal.
half, like-
Well, let's wrap this thing up. I think we've kind of crapped on this movie enough. So, like, do you want to give it a quick, like, now that we can, like, just blast it with spoilers, just give it a last final thoughts with spoilers involved. Done?
It was average. I wouldn't recommend people to see it, but if you're an Assassin's Creed fan, you'll enjoy seeing the iconography. But outside of that, I don't think anyone else will want to watch it.
If you're a fan of the series, don't see it.
Yeah.
If you're someone interested in becoming a fan of the series, don't see it. This is not where you want to start.
For me, it was fascinating. Like, there were moments that I
Fascinating.
Yep. Yep, it was good. Like, there were moments where I enjoyed it, and there were, like, everything else was the worst. Like, at no point was I like, fuck yeah. But, like, it did catch me at some places. It made me kind of consider going and playing the games again, because that feels like would be the better version of what I just saw. And I do have to give them credit for not using the storyline out of current Assassin's Creed games. Rather than taking the easy way and being like, yes, just use Altair's story. Done. They went, no, let's make something brand new, which I think actually could have been a saving grace.
But it wasn't.
It wasn't. Could
Could
have
have
been.
But it wasn't.
Could have been.
Because he's such an interesting character, that Cal. He's so multifaceted.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's Desmond that I wanted to see. Desmond was Desmond is the most plain, boring piece of shit character I've ever seen. That's the non-animus character in the first one.
Okay.
Bland and boring, and it's this whole movie and a
I
character.
love this pimp killing dude. Kill a pimp, get the death penalty. What else happened in 30 years? I don't know.
Yeah,
Did
it's
he
like,
get
I
told?
don't know, there's a just like
I'll
yeah.
ride BMX bikes as well.
Like, at what age did that happen? And how long have you been in prison for?
There's a distinct lack of fast dong in this movie. I'm not a big
Yeah,
fan.
it's upsetting.
I'm Ryan Besson.
Josh Saunders.
Silver.
That was Assassin's Creed.